Hello everybody and welcome back to Tree of Tranquility. We are now on the 6th day of spring, and so I haven't really had a whole lot of chance to do much. It's been about a week in the first week of the season that I've played, and apart from mining and getting a little bit of money and just carrying on with my daily chores, there hasn't really been a whole lot that I've accomplished. But I've run into a problem where I'm actually not able to give one of the bachelor's gifts because they are the ones that have story information for us. So we're going to go and do a little bit of more additional story stuff. And just to give a recap for those who may not remember, we finished our final rainbow, which was Edge at the top of the mountain. Ooh, I've got turnips ready. I'll pick these, perfect. And after we made Edge's rainbow, we were able to go and speak to the harvest goddess, and she informed us that we need to find a new seed to plant, a new mother tree seed. And so that's kind of where we left off. We weren't too sure where to find the seed, and we haven't really made any strides in doing that just yet. We were kind of at the end of the year, and I wanted to hold off on doing that until a later date. I'll probably keep some of these potatoes and some of these turnips for cooking because, believe it or not, one of these days I would like to do some cooking. So I'll probably ship all of the high quality stuff. I'll keep some of the other stuff for myself. Go ahead and water all of this stuff. And you can sort of find out what you're supposed to do next or who you're supposed to talk to just by talking to the villagers. Their dialogue will now be replaced with talk of the seed. And a lot of them, most of them will say, yeah, you know, I don't know anything about it. There's a couple of characters that will sort of hint on where you need to go next. And then I think there are 2 characters that you can actually talk to that will give you the right information. But because one of our bachelors has the information, I've been unable to give him gifts, which isn't that big of a deal because he's so far ahead of the others anyways. But I like to sort of do my daily rituals of my chores and then giving out my gifts and so on and so forth. So I managed to get a lot of my money back up. I've gone back to mining, which is always the good go-to sort of thing in order to get cash. I've also been growing a lot of stuff, obviously, which also helps tremendously when I am able to ship these things. That will definitely help us out. Turnips and potatoes don't sell for a whole lot, but cabbage will, and when our strawberries come in and our breadfruit, then those should ship for quite a bit. Still waiting on our cow to grow up. That still hasn't happened. Should be happening soon though, I would imagine. I'm gonna quickly go back into the house and grab a few things. I'll go ahead and store that food. My fridge is getting a little bit full, but you can see I still have a couple spaces left. I've been storing a lot of the fruits I've been picking off of trees because you can use those for jams and juices and all sorts of things. I have a couple of things I've grown in other seasons, and then I also keep my herbs around. Some of them are good for gifts, and other times I use them to dye my wool or my yarn. And then the rest of the stuff I have in my inventory, mostly food items, these are used as gifts. So I think I have some seeds in here that I can plant. I have turnip seeds, and I'm also going to probably shear my sheep since it looks like it's ready to be sheared. And I have onion seeds, but that's for summer. So I can go plant those turnips, I guess. And Ruth's is open today. I could go and buy some more seeds if I wanted to. Because they grow in so quickly, it's probably worth me to just keep putting those down. don't know why I can't find stuff in my inventory today. I can't water the plants with tea. It's probably best I use water. There we go. We'll say hello to the animals, and then we will take off, and we will try and find the person who has the right information for us. I love when I see all the animals sparkling. For some reason, it just feels very satisfying. I don't know if it's because I like shiny things or because it means that they're happy, but in any case, let's go ahead and let's use our shears. I'll probably dig out some herbs, dye that, and ship that later on. And I'm noticing that I am getting a cherry almost every single day off of one of these two pink trees, which is great. And you can see that this last tree we saw last time in the top right hand corner here was a kind of smaller than the rest of the trees, but now he's actually grown up and all of our trees are the same height. So they've all kind of grown in consistently, and the field looks much better now, don't you think, now that all the trees have come in? I think it looks quite nice. I also have to be really careful now, I'm finding, as I walk around and I'm doing my daily gift giving and whatnot, because I'm at a point now where many of the bachelors are at 4 hearts, and when they reach 4 hearts you can go out on a date with them, and it's a nice thing to be able to see their event and go out with them and whatnot, but if you reject them, you lose hearts. And if you say yes and don't show up, you lose hearts as well. And the reason that it's kind of crummy is because I think you can go on a date with them or ask them to go on a date up until like noon, which is a big portion of the day. And if you go on a date with somebody, you meet them around noon-ish, and you actually will go on the date until 5 o'clock in the afternoon. So it's kind of a time waster, and so I've managed to get most of those events already as is. So I kind of have to adjust my day a little bit, because that's normally what I would do at the start of the day. So if you talk to Luke, he's one of the ones that will give you some information. He'll tell you to go talk to Dr. Jin. And I think if you speak to Anessa as well, Anessa will tell you to go and speak to Jin because he knows a lot about plants. So there are a couple villagers that will give you information. If you speak to Bo, just as another example, I think he's just completely clueless and has no idea what to do. So you do kind of have to do a bit of investigating to figure out who it is you want to talk to. We can see here that our new bachelor, Julius, he will hang out at Myra's. This is actually where he works. So if you want to find him and give him gifts, this is where he is. And it's kind of convenient because if you get here early enough, Owen will also be here. So they're all kind of being lumped together. I saw Owen go into the mine, so he should be here with Calvin. So I'll give them gifts. Phoebe's also here, so as time goes on, you sort of really get to know where everybody is, and you get to know their schedules. And even if you don't, this game has the wonderful feature of tracking. I love that feature. I wish more games had it. It is so incredibly handy. But really, once time goes on, villagers aren't too difficult to find. I'm guessing Jin is going to be at the clinic because the clinic is open today, so we'll make our way down to Waffletown, but I will stop at Ruth's and I will grab some seeds. Maybe I'll just grow some more turnips. I could grow potatoes, probably more profitable, but why not? We already have one row of them, so we might as well put a couple more down. And as soon as you find the person that you can speak to about the seed, a cutscene will play. Which is why I've kind of avoided talking to Jin, because I didn't want to miss that little bit of dialogue. I wanted to get it in a recording. So we'll go to the clinic and speak to him. I do believe you might also be able to talk to Irene. And here he is. Predictable. Easy to find. And unfortunately, because he's sitting at his desk, he actually won't talk to us, which is a little bit annoying. I wonder if Irene will tell us anything. Well, she'll tell us to go talk to Jin, I guess. Alright. Well, he might talk to us now that he's standing. The Seedling of Hope. You know, I found a strange seedling over by the lighthouse. It was bone white with a strong, winding trunk. You should take a look at it. Oh, well, that sounds kind of unique and different. I will go do that. And luckily, the lighthouse is very, very close to the clinic, so it's not going to be a far walk for us either. And if we walk over to the lighthouse, I do believe we'll just get a cutscene when we get close to it, so we don't have to actually spend time searching around looking for it. Found the Seedling of Hope? Question mark. Go plant it at the heart of Escada Spring. Ah, you found it. I've never seen a seedling like that before. I thought I could use it to make medicine, but I couldn't find it in any of my medical books. I hope that's the seedling you're looking for. I wish you luck. Me too, man, me too. I hope this is exactly what it is we're looking for. I mean, when you look at the seedling, it might be in our inventory. I mean, when you look at it, it looks very mystical. That doesn't look like any plant or any tree that I've ever seen. It's definitely a unique, one of a kind. So, we'll go plant that. Couple of bachelors I haven't given gifts to, but that's okay. I'm just kind of giving them gifts if I see them along the way. So we'll go use the rainbow to cross over to the mountain. We'll have to make that long climb up the mountain to the spring, but hopefully we can plant it. And that will give us some more information as to what to do next. And we got a couple bamboo shoots here to pick up, which is nice. Or at least one. I'm gonna go search around the other side to see if there's another one. Okay. I haven't been here in a while. Like I said, I normally just use the regular mine closer to home just because it is closer and it seems like a long way to come out here for a lot of the same stuff. Maybe when I get a much bigger rucksack or I get some items I can bring along for my stamina or something like that. But I only come out here every couple days to check for bamboo shoots and then I'll usually go back. Alright, here we are. So let's go right into the middle here. We can check around this space, and we can plant the tree. Right in the middle of the dead tree, I guess. I hope this is the right seedling. But then as we turn to leave, it looks like the seedling has died immediately as it was planted, which means it's not the right seedling. Which kind of baffles me, to be honest, because then I wonder, well, what was that seed? Because, again, that seed looked very, very unique, very different, something we've never seen before. But I guess it wasn't the right one. So the search is still on. We'll have to ask around a little bit more, probe the villagers a bit more as to where we might be able to find another unique seedling. And hopefully that won't take too long to figure out. I haven't gotten to the point of figuring out where that next seedling is yet. I'm not sure if I should go back and talk to Jin and Irene, or if there's another villager I need to talk to, but I'll figure it out, and of course then I'll let you guys know. I'm just gonna take the long way home today, I think, since I never go this way. We did lots of running around today. It's quite late. I'm surprised we actually managed to use up the whole day. I think I still have the time and a little bit of energy left to plant my turnips, just to get them going. Since I didn't really use a lot of stamina today, we mostly just used up a lot of time doing stuff. So, even if I get to bed late, I shouldn't have to worry about not getting a lot of my stamina back for tomorrow. It shouldn't be that big of an issue, so go ahead and put those down. We'll water these. And then I'll probably return with our flower festival in the next couple of days. I do believe that is on the 10th day of spring. We might be able to see some more people there this year. I hope. So I'll probably just play for a couple days and make some more money and just go through the regular notions, and hopefully by then I'll have a little something to update you guys on. I shipped a couple of things today. I still have to make some yarn out of this, but I'll do that tomorrow. I'm just gonna go ahead and actually double check my calendar to make sure that it is the 10th. And it is. Perfect. So we have the flower festival coming up, and then after that we have a bunch of space in between before we have the last week with our flea market and our animal festival. So a couple of things here and there to update you guys on. Hopefully I'll see you guys soon and I'll have more to talk about. Thank you so very much for watching, and I hope that I will see you next time.